Hello everyone, thank you for joining me in the second part of our coloring demo. We'll color together the hare and the moon this time, and we'll see how to add texture to create fur and how to layer colored pencils to create a gradient. Here are the colors we'll use for the hare. We'll use burnt sienna and dark sepia for the shadows, brown ochre and terracotta for the base color and the highlight. I always love to start with the eye. It's one of my favorite elements. I find it really gives life to a character. Here we'll color the pupil and the outline of the eye with the dark sepia color. It's the darker of the two shadow colors. It looks almost like black, but it's a very dark brown and will bring more warmth to our shadows than if we use pure black. The shadows of the eye will also be made with dark sepia. Then we color the iris with terracotta. It will make the iris color pop with a warm brown orangey color. We'll use this same color later for the fur. We'll slowly continue to build in our contrast and to give some volume to the eye by switching between our darker colors, burnt sienna and dark sepia, and our lighter colors, terracotta and ivory. Using ivory or even a white color pencil will help us blend the layer and lighten the color on the left side of the eye. Then we'll use dark sepia, burnt sienna and brown ochre to apply the base color to our hare. At this step, we are not trying to create the fur texture yet. We'll just lightly apply the colors. Always start with the shadow first, on the ears, muzzle and belly. We start defining the shadows with the darker shade, the dark sepia, and we add more warmth with the second shadow color, the burnt umber. Then we add some lighter tones with the brown ochre and the ivory. It will help us start to build the value of the hare base color. Once we have our base color ready, we can start playing with texture to create the fur effect. For the fur, we'll make lots of little strokes of little lines, vertical lines but going in different directions. Make your lines vertical but going some on the left, others on the right. It will help us give more life and dynamism to a fur effect. I didn't speed up the process here on the video, so you can really see how I make the strokes in different directions to create the fur texture and effect. As we build the fur, we'll also switch between the different colors. Some dark strokes will be made with dark sepia and burnt sienna, and some lighter strokes will be made with terracotta and brown ochres. It will also help us add more contrast and volume. We'll continue to switch between all the colors and make the strokes in various directions until we are happy with the fur texture. I thought it might be fun to create a gradient for the moon. And we'll use the following colors: Naples yellows, dark flesh, and light magenta. We'll start applying the purple tone color, the light magenta, at the top and at the bottom of the moon crescent, and we'll follow by working a color gradient toward the center of the moon with the pink color, the dark flesh, and the yellow color, the Naples yellow. I recommend to apply the color very lightly for the first layer, starting with the light magenta, the dark flesh, and the Naples yellow, working from top to center, and then Naples yellow, dark flesh, and light magenta, as we work from the center of the moon towards the bottom. Don't apply too much pressure at this stage. Also, it's okay if the colors look like large stripes of color. We'll smooth the gradient and work our color transition later. So don't preoccupate yourself with the color transition yet. You can gradually start to apply more pressure with the second and third layers. It will help us build the color. Still, it's okay if your color looks like large stripes of color. We'll smooth everything later. To help smooth our color transition, we'll apply the colors in slow circle motion. Here I didn't speed up the video process either, so you can see how I apply the color and the circle motion I make when applying the color to smooth the transition and make a better gradient. We'll start with the light magenta and we'll apply this color in a slow circle motion, and we'll make the purple color overlap the pink dark flesh color. This will mix both colors together and will create an intermediate color, a kind of pinkish purple tone. This will make our transition smoother and create a better gradient. We then repeat the process and create these intermediate colors from pink to yellow, and on the bottom going from yellow to pink and from pink to purple. It's the creation of these intermediate colors that will really build up our gradients. Remember, always blend one color into the other and create these intermediate tones with soft circular motions to help smooth them together and avoid a stripe effect. The little moon on the hair chest can be any color you like. I prefer to make it at the same gradients color as the big moon, but really choose any color you like to make it. And now it's time for the final little details and the color adjustment. We'll use the gradients color and we'll add some extra colors to the hare ears and fur. We'll also add some pink on his nose and inside his ears to make him look cuter. When I wish to add extra white highlights to one of my painting or my color pencil piece, I use white acrylic paint and a very small detail brush. Here I use a 2.0 brush. You can add extra sparkling details with a white gel pen, white ink like Bombay ink, or white acrylic paint. Here I use white acrylic to add extra highlights on the cherry blossoms flowers and on the fur. Feel free to check your values one last time and to make adjustments to your shadows and your highlights. And voila, we have colored our Ostara drawing. I hope you'll enjoy these little coloring demos. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel so you'll never miss new updates. New live paintings and tutorials are coming soon.